Hi everyone, happy midweek. Whenever you're listening, but we're recording this on a Wednesday. Normally Wednesdays game days in the UAP, but there's a 1 week break in between the first and second round. So we have time to look back at our eventful first round, where Lasal finished on top by virtue of beating the other team, finishing 6-1 UP. So today you're joined by Ryan, yours truly speaking on the mic right now. I'm also with Willie
Yellow.
and, and Vic.
Hello. Very unusual na wala tayong pinanonood sa TV on a Wednesday.
Akala ko nanood ka ng PBA.
Meron pala BBA. Hindi ko alam. Ay, pala. World Series pinapanood ko kay
ano,
MLB
Mercy,
playoffs
LDS,
pinapanood ko ngayon
LDS,
eh.
NLDS, saka
Oo,
ALDS.
oo eh. NLDS, ALDS yung pinagkakaabalahan natin ngayon. Eh, PBA pala
Ikaw, Willie,
matangin
ano
na yun.
pinapanood mo ngayon? Pag
Ako may
walang game.
pinapanood ako pero ano yun, pero naka-mute
Hindi,
Ano yun, baka may
Ah,
MTRCB tayo eh.
iba yung
yun
Pagkain
na
iba
tayo
yung
lang.
eh.
ingay, iba yung ingay, iba yung ingay.
Figure out na
Oo.
lang.
X-Men,
X-Men.
Figure
X-Men,
out na lang yan.
X-Men. Tsaka X-Factor,
Oo.
tsaka
Iba,
X-Force. Ganun.
Ibang klaseng full court press tong pinapanood ko eh.
Uh, ah,
yeah.
full court fresh.
Full court
Full
press.
court fresh.
Tama,
Iba
tama.
yung pinapress
Yung
eh.
isa,
Pwede ko sabihin, pero tatakpan ko yung bibig ko. Tatakpan ko. Kasi baka mamaya kung saan
takpan mo.
mapunta. Baka saan
Tapos,
mapunta.
tapos,
Parang,
tapos
pero
yung,
parang
hindi,
UST to
Bray,
pinapanood ko eh. Black Gold eh.
tapos,
Black Gold.
Bray, Bray,
Oo, ayan. Baka
Oo,
nandiyan.
laway
ingat
mo
lang,
na sa
ingat lang.
balikat.
Naka,
Baka laway mo na sa balikat.
naka-jacket na nga ako eh, para pwedeng may pansalag.
Yeah.
Ayan, no?
Yan mo yung hoodie mo. Yan mo yung hoodie
Ayan,
mo.
ayan.
Tapang ka eh.
Ganyan.
Matapang
Pero,
ka eh.
pero
Matapang ka eh.
green
Tapang
ta
ka.
ha, hindi itim. Hindi to itim na hoodie.
Tapang ka
Green.
eh. Suit mo
Green
hoodie
yan,
mo.
green.
Tapang ka eh. Tapang ka eh. Suit mo
Baka,
hoodie mo.
baka nangahamon ka rin ng paatras ah.
Oo eh. Tago ka sa handshake mamaya. Tago ka sa handshake
Oo,
mamaya.
mamaya. So yan, in relation to our references, if you know, you know, we will spend a few minutes lang based on what we know on the incident. So we've seen both camps uttering their claims. Syempre, Coach Topex refusing to say too much aside from just saying that there was an exchange of words and that he's waiting for the investigation to happen. Because of the incident, nag-accuse si Raylan Torres na he got spat on. And then we saw a video na parang mas malabo pa siya kaysa sa video na nakunan noong 2013. Also, if you know, you know, hindi na natin
Oo.
expand yan. Pero noong
Oh, yun
2013,
talaga
mas malinaw ang evidence.
may buga talaga dun.
Kitang-kita yun. No?
Bumubuga yung
Kitang-kita.
evidence eh.
So, I mean, I'll start this off saying lang na if meron talagang clear evidence, then there's reason for us to sanction or to at least
Oh,
punish Coach
no.
Topex or anyone
Punish
whoever
mo,
is
di ba?
liable.
Mali yun eh.
Oo, as in, sabi ko nga sa mga nakausap natin online minsan, parang ano yan, tayo pa muna mag-criticize if may proof talaga. Kaso, as of now, according to some articles we read online, inconclusive daw yung evidence. That's why it got moved to the Rules and Discipline Committee. And I think that's what we heard of na pag-uusapan nila yan. They will summon Raylan Torres and Coach Topex Robinson to hear their sides and then decide from there. Kayo, any other thoughts before we move on from this sideline of an incident? Kasi alam naman natin na there was a bigger beatdown on Sunday.
Ako siguro sabihin ko lang dyan, I'll make it quick. Ako feeling ko talaga kung may nakita na dyan during the game itself, dapat na-settle na yon. But the fact na ni-review na nga ng referees and I think the technical committee and then nakita naman nila inconclusive nga, ano yun, kung meron man yan, dapat na-settle na yan during the game and if at all, dapat nung Monday may final decision na dapat. Eh, wala, mukhang ano yun, inconclusive daw, so they passed it on to the Rules and Discipline
Another.
Committee. And then secondly, I hope na kasi there's this medyo troubling article I saw online na the committee daw will take into consideration yung alleged past spitting behavior daw ni Topex in the PBA. I hope this wouldn't influence whatever decision they would make kasi ako, for me, it's basically irrelevant to the issue at hand. Dapat talaga you should just take into consideration all the factors that happen during the game. And yun lang naman. Sana they look at it in the context of just last Sunday's game. Pero tapon na yun, wala namang
Yeah.
inconclusive naman eh.
Yun nga. How about you, Vic? Any other words to utter or let's move on to the next?
Honestly, I don't see the purpose of having a meeting between the two. Sabi ko nga kanina sa GC, anong purpose nun? Papagbatiin mo sila and then you have a photo op and then kumbaya. I mean, kasi he said, she said lang yung lalabas doon eh. So, ano magiging basis mo for your outcome after hearing the sides of each person? Kasi mangyayari dyan, i-insist nung isa, nang dura si Coach Topex eh. Sabihin lang ni Coach Topex, hindi naman kita na duraan, so on and so. Kumbaga, both persons will have their own versions, both will have their may ididiin at ididiin sila na punto eh. So, hindi ko alam ano magiging judgment mo after hearing yung side ng dalawa. So, yun lang. Hindi ko alam anong silbi na pag mimitingin pa silang dalawa. I think yung kung whatever video footages na nakita mo na pwede mong reviewin, I think that's more than enough for you dapat to decide kung meron ba talagang nangyari o wala. And same thing, kung may nangyari, punish Coach Topex kung talagang meron. Kung wala, I do believe dapat kung walang makita, dapat meron din punishment for Raylan. I don't know what
Totoo
that is,
naman.
pero
Totoo
I think it's just fair to have a punishment also on him, similar to game 3 last year o game 2 yun, na he was asking for a review and then later on it was found out siya yung faking a foul. Parang ganon.
Yeah.
So I think para sa akin that's just fair na kung mali yung kung walang makitang evidence talaga. So I think Raylan should be punished as well.
Yeah. And ako, I'll just wrap up the whole conversation there. Una, nabanggit nga ni Willie before we hit record button for this episode. Parang ang pangit na it's 4-5 days after that incident, saka lang
diba?
ng settlement.
Oo.
Parang kung napag-usapan na tapos na na yun, na hear na, and then maybe if the referees deemed it na incompetent, may technical committee naman na present sa games, diba? And then yung commissioners, parang they could have at least parang had a look at it kung meron mang strong claim si case. And tama si Vic din at the same time. If mali si Coach Topex, tayo as a community, we will have a...
wala nang problema sa atin yun eh.
Parang di naman tayo naghuhugas kamay dyan.
Umamin nga tayo, may dalawang ineligible player tayo eh.
Totoo,
Tapos yan pang nandura.
Exactly.
Pero Vic, hindi ata alam ng BC crowd ng UP yan eh. Hindi pa sila nanonood eh. Hindi nila kilala.
Di nga nila kilala baka di pa nila kilala si Nestor David yan, o kaya si
Oo nga eh.
Sino pa ba?
Sino ba? Sino Maggi, Season. Hindi nyo kilala yan.
Umamin nga tayo ng dalawang ineligible player. Yan pang
Abby Santos, no? Mga ganyan. No? Kaya we can name more, but that's not the topic here. Wala lang. It's fun. It's always nice to poke fun every now and then. Basta poke fun lang naman. And tama na may punishment din siguro kay Raylan if hindi mapatunayan fully.
Dapat lang kasi ang ingay nila for that eh. Ang ingay nila for their accusations eh. So kung kung mali din, nag-false accusation ka, dapat i-penalize ka.
Para ma-discourage mo din yung ganyang behavior. Kasi pwede din gawin yun sa kanila the other way around and they wouldn't like that. Diba?
Sobrang daling maggawa ng kwento. Sobrang dali.
Exactly.
So, I mean, kumbaga, kumbaga you should be careful bago ka maggawa-gawa ng whatever claim or accusation you want.
Kasi nagkukrucify ka na sa court of public opinion eh. Sirang-sira na yung taong
iba ang panahon ngayon with the social media. isang malaking
Public.
so far.
Yeah. Uh, so that's what we know for now. Obviously, if we know more, maybe we will have something to discuss. But for now, that's all we will have to say about the issue because we have more time to look at what matters more, which is yung first round recap natin. That's the main topic of tonight's episode. Tonight, today, whenever you're listening. So, una, what would you pinpoint as the highest moment for us in the first round? Vic, I'll start with you.
Yung win over UP, syempre. Kasi personally, sila yung tingin kong kumbaga lineup wise tapat mo naman talaga eh. With the, kumbaga on paper, strength of the lineup, si UP naman talaga yun eh. So for me, beating them convincingly last Sunday, regardless kung wala si Maymay, it's not our fault na si Maymay wala. So we just executed properly what we need to execute. So yun, siya yung ano sa akin, siya yung best moment so far this season.
How about you, Willie? Anything to add? Kasi obviously, I would also agree beating UP is like a good punctuation mark to our uh, season.
Ako naman, I guess I would agree then with the both with you guys na UP, the win over UP is yung highlight. Pero I think just to add, it was like the progression from leading up to that UP win when we lost to UE, and then yun na siguro yung culmination of lahat ng mga earlier criticisms na we had with the team na they're not playing to their full potential and as a champion team nga no. After that loss, we won against FEU, but it wasn't really the kind of performance we were expecting again. And then we kicked it up a notch over UST na talagang we blew them out. We showed what we were capable of. And then against UP, yun na talaga yung I think what made it satisfying was we put a full display of what we're capable of right out of the gates. Save for that run by UP in the third quarter, talagang wala. It was a particularly dominating for me performance na we bounced back talaga. We answered really well against that run. And yeah, yun talaga yung progression no from medyo meh tapos bigla na lang oy nice and to yung this is the Lasal team that we were all expecting to perform how they should be. So yeah.
And then we can all agree na because of the 6-1 record, the lowest point was the UE game, or would you like
Oo
to
naman.
point?
Mm.
Ayun, okay, so we all agree.
Mm.
And why do you think is that? Let's go with Willie first. I mean, medyo obvious, but maybe you want to touch on something about that loss.
Ah, ano ba? Siguro that loss against UE was, well, for me, it was just really a case of us starting out slow and really, ano yun, medyo complacent talaga tayo. We were playing complacent during that stretch of the first round. Kasi nga, as what Gio and the others mentioned before, no, na I think yun nga, medyo complacent yung team. They know they can flick that switch on when needed, which it happened nga during our first few games na okay lang yan, we start slow pero alam naman natin kaya natin humataw at the end. It just wasn't the case. It was a case of too little too late during that UE game, and I'm glad din naman na natauhan na rin yung team kahit papaano. Yeah, yun naman for me.
So, Vic, anything to mention aside from what Willie said of that UE loss?
I think yung ano nga, that was the game where ilang games natin pinag-uusapan yung turnovers eh. Parang yun nga since kumbaga nahahatak pa ng talent kaya kahit maraming turnovers napapagtakpan yung dami ng turnovers natin and yung pinamimigay natin na turnover points napapagtakpan siya kasi we needed to flip that switch at any point of the game and kaya natin manalo eh. But against that UE game, yun na yung nagsabi sa atin na yun nga yung turnovers and turnover points, well, definitely come back to haunt us on one of these first round games or one of these games in the season. And yun, it happened on that UE game. And yun, it's difficult to be successful if you have high turnovers and giving up high turnover points. So siguro later, I think we will be able to touch that naman sa part ng ating episode for tonight.
Ayan, so yeah, for me, the UE game obviously is the clear low. But if I will add one game na parang low siya sa akin is FEU. Just to say na
Mhm.
parang it looked for a time na and also slip through our grasp na parang it's a bad spell eh. Matalo ka once, okay, maybe you just had an off night. But in that FEU game, parang I still had confidence na we can get the results because of how inexperienced FEU was and it showed in that game. But
Mm-mm.
I was thinking if we played that exact game against another team na mas may maturity,
Mhm.
we would have lost that game. So to me, it's the moments. Nagkataon lang na I guess we found a younger team that we can at least impose ourselves eventually. Otherwise, let's say if it was Adamson na ganun ka squeaker or maybe even UP na ganun ka clumsy tayo, it wouldn't have looked good. But yun nga, breaks of the season din yun eh. Parang sometimes what you feel on the day is different. Parang iba talaga. Parang what Coach Nash said in his press con, every game is different. I think this was after they beat UST when they were coming off a big loss to Lasal. So, yun eh. Parang you really have to play the game. Kahit sabihin mong may analytics ka of the numbers and the matchups. It's all about what will happen in the 40 minutes or more in that case. So, yan, nabanggit na natin yung highs and lows. So I guess we can move on to the stats. So in this part of the episode, we will spit facts. We will just spit
Yes,
facts. As in,
of
numbers
course.
lang, or facts, or diba, kung panalo, ganyan.
Yung
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 proven.
facts pakilinaw yung spelling, yung
Oh,
FACTS spit
CTS, oh,
facts.
Naku,
FACTS.
Mamaya pati yung facts iba rin yung mas-spell nyo sa utak nyo eh. So
Yeah,
parang bagay yata yun
FACTS.
sa akin, ah.
CTS.
Sa pinapanood mo no, yung black gold, yung
Oh,
black
yung
gold
black
na
gold.
pinapanood mo, di ba?
Oo,
Black
Pinapanood mo
gold,
black
yung
black
black
gold.
gold
white.
eh.
Nandito na ako sa
Oo.
16 sa 69 quarter eh.
Ayan, tatanong natin si Vic, ano bang nag-stand out sa yung stats and what is it a positive
Yun,
context or negative
turnovers,
context?
turnover points. Yun yung ano natin eh. Yun lang yung
Tama.
blemish talaga. Yun yung blemish natin nung ano eh. Blemish natin nitong first round talaga eh. I mean ito, tinitignan ko. Actually, I took a look at this yesterday pa eh. Then ngayon tinitignan natin ulit. Turnovers talaga. We're dead last in turnovers.
Anong per
18.71
yeah,
turnovers
18.7.
a game. We're dead last, and we're also dead last on turnover points allowed. Tie with UST sa turnover points allowed. We're tied with UST 14.86 turnover points yung binibigay natin sa opponent natin na game. Pero yun nga, uh, apart from that, lahat okay tayo. We were the uh, best assist team, steals, what rebounds, we're the number one. Tapos second chance points, we're the best team on second chance points din. So yun yung ano natin. I guess yung ibang hustle stats, um yung ibang hustle stats we are able to ano din eh. Kasi we are giving up 15 turnover points, but sa sarili natin we're scoring 14 turnover points. So parang in a
Minus
way
one.
parang nagne-negate lang,
Mm.
almost nag-offset lang din siya. So but still, I think that's one area na we can improve on as we move forward, no. Yun yung ano natin, yun yung key areas, kasi yun lang talaga eh. I don't see any, wala akong makitang based sa numbers, we're doing fine. Hindi ko pa, wala akong ibang
Ayan,
masabing stats so
since
far.
ikaw yung may copy, I mean, I don't get hold of it, pero okay lang. Gusto ko malaman ko ano yung status ng free throw shooting natin because I think it's not a problem unique to us this season. We've been seeing teams
Ah,
also missing a lot of free throws this
oh,
season.
wait. Teka.
Kasi 'di ba,
Tignan
we know a
natin,
team in
ha.
blue and white. Galing nila sa free throws this season.
We are averaging 63% sa free
Naku,
throws. 87 out of
Kulang.
138.
kulang
Pang
pa.
ilan
Kulang
tayo
tayo
sa
ng 2 percentage points. Walang ranking na na-establish
wala.
si Boss Pongski
Mm-mm.
dito for the free throws eh. Ang meron
But how
dito
does it
is
look
free
compared
throw.
to percentage?
Tingnan natin. I think we
Oo.
can run down. Mabilis lang naman to eh.
Oo.
Adamson is at 69 point, si Adamson
Ooh.
69.8, Willie.
Buti pa
Very
siya.
good.
Nice.
69.8 from the free throw si Adamson. Tuwan-tuwa si Willie dyan.
Sana
Ateneo,
talo.
grabe. Ateneo, di ko to in-expect. Ateneo, 55.84 from the
Nalasal
free throw.
sila.
Mababa QPI na
55.
yan. Baka makik out na lang.
Bagsak. Kick out to lahat. Kick out
Kick
to
out
lahat.
na.
Wala na silang intrams na yung ilalaro nila. Intrams players na yung ilalaro nila.
Baka
Yung mga
mapunta na sa
naglalaro sa...
PSBA.
Oo. Kailangan
Sa kabilang
nandun sila
side
sa
ng
Costas.
sa kabilang side ng Katipunan Station.
FU is at 70% from the free throw line. NU is at 67 as well, 67%. UE 60.9% from the free throw. UP is 61%.
Mhm.
At UST, I think last na to. UST is at 67.23. So I
parang
would say we're
apektado,
in the
no?
middle.
Yeah,
Parang
medium.
we're in the kasi parang nasa almost ilan yung mga nag 67 dito. UST, NU,
Adamson.
so mga nasa ano tayo, middle of the pack with our
Yeah.
free throw percentage average.
So
Mantakin
that's
mo
not
yun.
bad, but obviously our reputation and based on how we watch the games live throughout the
Pati
year. Kahit nung 4
pati
PPS, diba? Mahina rin talaga tayo sa free throw shooting.
Pati yung I think the highest is FEU not 70%. Then after that,
Either yan, tatlo pa yung na-miss na free throws ni Pasaol dun sa isang game nila.
yeah,
So,
70, then 69, and then 67, and then
67.
63. So yun na yung yun na
Nasa
yung
middle nga. Oo.
range.
Yan. So at least that's not something that we expected. I mean, I think when we play each other, usually ang iniisip natin from the past, especially during the dark times, parang ang dami nating games na natatalo because of free throws. But if it's not a thing worth bringing up every other game for us, parang that's a win, I guess. I think na-bring up lang siya nung UE game natin. Kasi
Yung
that
UE game kasi we
horrendous
would have
ata
won.
eh.
Oo.
Pati if we will recall, dalawang free throws ni Kevin yung nag-mintes which could have
Which would have tied
we-
ata or taken the lead.
ako kasi personally, I think kung nagtabla yun, baka nag-iba yung kwento rin nun if we were able to tie the game.
Even if it's split one, tapos nakascore si Abate nung dalawang free throws, one possession game pa din.
May chance pa tayo, yeah.
Oo, who knows. Parang, yun nga, I think that's when we listed it as an off night. Even if I controversially said na if we were playing like that throughout the time of the finals. I guess we can safely say na they really adjusted, and that's what we admire about this team. They're not settling on their laurels. Maybe they slept on that day, or maybe all their shots weren't falling off in that game. So it's nice for us to see that it's an outlier more than it being a trend. Kasi diba, if we had the horrendous time there, we can easily recognize na yan na yung pangit nating game. Whereas before, it was thematic throughout the season. We see it time and again na parang tayo nililista na natin every free throw trip, 1 out of 2. But now I think we see a few players sinking both of their free throws, which is good. I mean, if we can help ourselves in that regard, then it will go a long way. Kasi nakapag-champion nga tayo before, as I mentioned, during the 4-peat
Na
time.
hindi
sakto
lang.
Free throws natin. So if we help ourselves a bit more, we will get further than we did before. Ayan, so Yun yung main stats eh. Any other stats ba na parang gusto nyo pa banggitin? For example, 3-point shooting. Kasi for example, our game against UP, we beat them by 9 3-point shots made. Eh. They only made 2 while we made 11. So I think how, Vic, can you shed light on how we are doing
Ano
currently?
tayo? We are the number 2 team sa 3-point field goal percentage. We're shooting 45% from Steph
Yeah.
Curry range as far as first round is concerned. Pero number 1 is UE. Evident na not
That's where they
surprising
killed us.
kasi 'di
That's
ba
where they killed us.
oo yun yung calling card talaga ni UP. So they're the best in the league after the first round in shooting threes with 50%
Ayun,
average. So yun yung ano nila,
and because of our
yun
next
yung calling
bilang,
card talaga nila.
yeah,
Para
because of our
sila
next
ngayong Syracuse, they play tough zone and then they make perimeter shots on the other end. Yan ang kanilang calling card.
yeah, because of that, because of our next game, we will touch on a bit more of that later.
Mm-hmm.
How about last one, ang iniisip ko lang ay rebounds. Kasi, di ba, about
We're the
rebounds,
best eh.
we have the tallest team, I think, on average, based on roster.
Yes. Yes, pati
Wala
yun
nga
nga,
lang akong
apat yung
numbers.
up.
And I think we also
Ay,
have to
wait.
give credit.
Bry,
While you
sorry.
confirm the stats, pang ilan tayo?
Tama naman, we're still number 2 pero ang percentage natin is 32.14.
Not
UE
45.
still the
Mm,
best in the league
you,
but it's 32.69. So ano
So,
naman, percentage
nice.
points lang naman yung
Nice.
point
yung
nice. Point
layo.
nice.
Point nice,
Point
point.
nice, point nice.
So,
And
ice
then
lang.
yun nga, yung sa rebounds tayo pa rin yung number 1 talaga in the league. Medyo
Anong
malayo. I
figures
mean,
natin? Nasaan ng situation?
we're averaging 51 rebounds per game. Yung next na sa atin is FEU with 46, 47.
Yeah, malayo
Mm.
yan. Rebounds, obviously.
Medyo malayo. Yep.
Especially if it's the offensive.
Tapos we are allowing our opponents lang 39 rebounds per game.
Ayan, so that's net of
Ayan.
12. 12 rebounds ang superiority natin on
Plus
average.
yun yung plus natin on the average. Plus
Yeah,
12 rebounds.
I will also touch on that later kasi parang may naalala akong numbers about our matchup with UE. Oh, yan. So we went through the stats and obviously took a look at this because for us, what matters is what's proven by the numbers. Hindi yung i-axis lang natin. So kaya nga bine-verify natin kay Vic eh, kasi mahirap na magsabi, uy, tayo yung best
Numbers
three-point
don't
shooting.
lie.
Exactly.
Biruin mo yun,
Numbers.
tatlo lang tayo dito ngayon. Mas may nagagawa tayo kumpara sa isang batalyong coaching staff ng kabila.
Uy, hindi lang lahat ng teams halos isang batalyon ng coaching staff. I mean, that's how tough the seniors game is. I mean, lahat
Ano yan?
isang batalyon ng
16
coaching
deep
staff.
coaching staff. 16 deep.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Kada isang player, isang coach. Grabe, ano talaga.
Oo. Ganun talaga para tutok. Oh.
Okay, so now let's look into our second round kasi diba, it's nice to look back at our first round, but obviously even if we finished first in the first round, it doesn't matter. We know that we've had first rounds before that looked promising, but we ended up disappointing ourselves if we don't maintain or even improve our performances in the second round. And Vic, anything na nakikita mo how we will address this turnover problem which is becoming like our Achilles heel so far this season?
So far yung last 2 games natin pag tinignan mo hindi na tayo ganun kasama tignan turnover wise eh. So hopefully tuloy-tuloy siya sa second round natin mas nakakapag-decide na ng tama yung players and I guess na rin siguro yung I would say may familiarity siguro din playing in the actual bright lights of the UAAP. Meron na rin siguro kumbaga mas nagkakaamuyan na rin yung mga players ngayon. So medyo mas nakakapag-decide tayo ng tama on offense resulting to lesser turnovers in our last 2 games compared dun sa first 5 games natin. So kasi lang naman turnovers are a product of your ano yung decision making naman ng player talaga yan. So if you through experience, through familiarity with your teammates, mas naman yan mas nababawasan yan dapat as the season goes along. So yun lang yung wala I don't think there are other things to consider if you want to lessen or pa to minimize your turnovers. You have to be under control all the time. Hindi pwedeng kasi pag narattle ka, nagmadali ka, that's yun na yun eh. Yun na yung start nun, kakabahan ka na, hindi ka na makapag-isip ng tama, and then you start putting up lazy passes, you start not being able to catch the basketball, yun na, nagko-compound na nagko-compound yan.
Ang naiisip ko, since I think in the last game, we had 17 turnovers if I'm not mistaken. But our opponents, UP, also had 16 turnovers on the day. And I think similar din yung distribution ng turnover numbers natin against UST. So do you think that one way of making up for our turnovers is also forcing our opponents?
Yung
Parang,
nga, di ba na I think na-touch naman natin kanina sa ibang categories, yung ibang hustle points, like second chance points, fast break points,
and
kumbaga
then
we try
steals.
to, the steals, we try to cover it up with the other, yung ibang hustle point categories, dun tayo nakakabawi. So even if we give turnover points, we try to make it up for it with execution sa offense, yung second chance points, fast break points. So parang in a way hindi mo talaga nararamdaman, hindi mo rin siya talaga napapansin. And I think for some of our games, yung mga turnovers naman natin, it also happens pag up na tayo ng 8, up ng 9, up ng 10. Doon nagkakaroon ng mas mataas na instances ng turnovers siguro dahil medyo complacency factor din na aware up with a relatively good margin na meron tayong room to commit errors, so the players try to um, experiment something. Kaya nagkakaroon din tayo ng turnovers. Yun nga, ang lang talaga doon downside is nakakahabol from 10 points. Yung lead natin bumababa din talaga kasi nga we are giving away turnover points din eh. Pero yun nga, it's important na magtuloy-tuloy itong natin, hustle points natin. Kasi it's really big. Whether it be men's and women's basketball, yung mga hustle points na yan, sobrang laking bagay.
Ayan. So we mentioned that, and it's nice to put a light on it kasi syempre the games in the second round it's a different beast. Alam naman
Mas
natin na
mahirap.
first round may
Mm-mm.
kapaan yan eh. Sa second round talaga nagkakasubukan yung mga teams.
Yeah.
And it's fortunate for us to be in a
Round of
good
adjustments
position.
na rin no?
Na at
Alam
least
mo na
6-1 tayo.
nakita mo na yung itsura So, meron ka ng
6-1
idea
tayo.
talaga pagdating ng second round.
But yung 6-1 na yan is halfway pa lang talaga literally of what we are about to accomplish because if we're 6-1 now and then we end up 0-7, then we might miss the Final Four. I'm not saying that will happen, pero you have to prepare double.
Kailangan trabahuin.
So, ang tatanong ko si Willie this time, do we have players where you think overperform sa expectations mo before the season? Like, may standout names ba sa'yo in our roster? Obviously, Kiambao, Phillips. We've seen what we've expected of them. But any player na parang gusto mo i-highlight na he's giving us more than what we wanted or we expected from him.
I think, although it's to be expected, pero I would still like to commend si Josh David, no, particularly for yung itong in our last UP game in the win. He played very steady, made a lot of timely shots, talaga na pamatay sunog or to really extend pa rin yung lead natin and really to control the pace of the game noon. We would say na breakout game niya itong for UP considering na last playing year na rin naman niya, and as we all know, and the point guard position is something where arguably ano yung masasabi na it's really one of our weaker points now. Kaya it's like everyone is chipping in, no, to bring down the ball and to do yung mga plays natin. So feeling ko talaga ano yun na even if dehado tayo sa position na yun, if we get this performance from Josh each and every game, parang wala tayong disadvantage eh. It's not really a disadvantage for us if he continues yung ganitong high performance play niya like what we saw sa UP. He doesn't need to score naman eh, but he just really needs to direct and control the tempo of yung mga plays natin in the game and depending on yung situation natin. If he can do that consistently each and every game, wala talaga that point guard position is a non-fact. That weakness in the position is a non-factor. Yun for me. And then siguro looking at some although this wasn't part of your position pero of your question pero siguro uh, what we can see improvement din naman. I guess na this is kind of like the elephant in the room then no, eh, when we talk about yung team natin. We've seen a lot of criticism being thrown at si Henry where the community is feeling he's not playing up to the expectations and the hype no surrounding uh, his capacity as a player. Siguro naman ako siguro it's also a factor of I get naman what the team is trying to do no. You would see him nagfa-fumble siya but then again the next play they're trying to set him up to give him yung confidence. Ako naman, I think na it's coming in the second round. I think magi improve din naman siya. But of course, he has to work on himself din naman na to really give or to take advantage of all of the opportunities the team is giving him. Like UP game, you saw Kevin really feeding him the ball, makes he was setting him up. So talaga, I think for Henry, it's to take advantage and to really ano yun, showcase na kaya naman niya. He shouldn't ano yun, really push himself kung hindi naman talaga kaya but really make the most of his time on the court. Yun naman, kaya pa naman niya talaga mag-improve since we really need him.
Yeah, it's a big edge, I think. First round 6-1 with Henry Agunanes still not finding his feet in our team.
Mm-mm.
Imagine if he finds his feet in time for a big contribution. I think with our roster, you only need maybe 2 or 3 games na mag-boss around siya and that will make a big difference. Ikaw, Vic, any players pa aside from what Willie mentioned na you would say overperformed or underperformed this first round?
Sa akin I really have to commend si Josh kasi sa kanya maraming tanong eh. Kasi we all know even if it's during the preseason, alam natin na siya yung starter. Ang tanong lang, since hindi siya halos naglaro nung preseason, anong itsura niya pagbalik? Anong itsura niya pag when he starts playing itong season 87 and he has really proven every one of us he has proven wrong na hey eto ko akong bahala sa pwesto na to. I can help and contribute to the team. So yun yung ano ko. So siya yung super ano sa akin, super laking bagay kasi yun yung question talaga sa atin at the start of the season eh, how stable are we sa point guard spot, and so far yung performances ni Josh is really mythical 5 worthy yung ginagawa niya ngayon, and sana he stays healthy and he can continue to do that since this is his last playing year. I hope he will have a very very nice exit. Apart from that, I think everybody that's aside Kevin and Mike, lahat sila. JC, si EJ, si Voris, si Dungo, si Earl, si Abadam. Kasi wala eh. Lahat sila pagka pinapasok yung ano nga eh, sinasabi natin na yes, yung laro natin, kumbaga kung saan yung kaya tayong dalhin ni Kevin doon, but ang laking bagay if the supporting cast is also doing their role. Kaya I have to commend everybody else na yung supporting cast, but on the other side, yun nga, I'm hoping that Henry will catch up just in time. Will peak at the right time to help the team kasi nga it's difficult to have a three-man three-man rotation going into the deep waters of the season kasi hindi natin masasabi how teams will adjust. So it's really important na malaking bagay na hindi naman puntos wise but just uh, defense and rebounding, yun sobrang laking bagay na nun. I think the offense will come. Ano naman yan, dadating naman yan kasi I really don't see Henry as the type of the foreign student athlete na bigyan mo ng bola sa poste, he will create. He's not, kahit sa CEU, mas napapanood ko siya sa CEU as really more on anchor on defense that fuel CEU's fast break lahat ng stops na nagagawa niya doon, laging nako-convert ni CEU into easy transition basket. So yun yung kahit yun yung gusto ko makita na dadalhin ni Henry for us dito sa second round and I think will be just fine.
Yeah. And if we see this more from him, it can really change the dynamic of our offense and defense kasi transition baskets, always nice to see. I think we have a high success rate when it comes to that. So tatanong ko na ngayon because we've discussed the first round and the players. So now let's look at the schedule first. So it's coming Saturday, or maybe if you listen after Saturday, we already played UE by then, but it's UE, the team that beat us in the first round. That's our first game. And then we will play UST and Adamson in quick succession. So that's this coming Saturday, and then Wednesday yung UST, then Saturday yung Adamson in QPAV. And then we will have a 1 week break. That's when we'll fix Ateneo. And then may kakaroon ng Halloween/Undas break.
Yeah, yep.
That will bring us back to playing November 6 against
Wednesday.
FEU.
FEU.
Yeah,
FEU.
Testing day, Bri. That's my testing day.
Baka magkita tayo dyan. Mall of Asia.
Gotta test. Gotta test Mall of Asia.
Ayan, and then November 10 is the big game against UP, the matchup between the number 1 team and the number 2 team after the first round. And then we conclude the second half of the season against NU, the team that we played to start the season. So I just want to gather quick thoughts. Kasi yung pattern niya is 3 games in 1 week, and then pahinga ka ng 1 week, and then meron ka ulit pahinga ng prolonged, parang 1.5
And then
weeks.
sandwich in the end.
And then the last 3 games will also feature in a week. So Vic, ikaw tatanungin kita as for someone who's part of a coaching staff which is the women's team. How do you, parang pagka ganyan yung schedule, how do you tend to manage these kinds of gauntlets?
Ano siya ang hirap na dikit-dikit sa umpisa, dikit-dikit sa dulo, tapos nasa gitna yung pahinga. We would rather have na medyo bugbugan sa umpisa and then you try to pace it towards the end para mas okay na rin siya. Kaya lang, yan yung binigay sa ating schedule. So we have no choice but to adapt on it. But yun nga, it's very, very tricky. Kasi yun nga, nakalamp ka sa taas, tapos pahinga ka, try to recover for another tough stretch sa dulo na bugbugan din. So, important to manage what you can manage and not do any stupid stuff para walang injuries or anything that can affect us.
And then Willie, tatanong ko kasi we have a 16-man roster, and I think in those 2 sets of 3 games in a week, how do you see it panning out? Will we see more minutes from players who haven't seen much yet this season? Or is it going to be more of the same guys playing the same minutes throughout those games?
Ako naman, for me,
walang tama o mali.
oo. Ano ba? Well, I can't claim to speak for yung coaching staff naman natin. No? Sino ba naman ako to question yung infinite wisdom nila sa team. Pero ako naman as a normal supporter, spectator, no, I think this would be a good opportunity na rin na for say what you will about managing yung minutes management no. Pero I think this would be a good opportunity din uh, na ma-space out din yung minutes, give opportunities to other players to really na pabarin mo na sila opportunity na nila to perform considering na ang grueling din ng sunod-sunod na mga games natin. As much as we want to see Kevin playing close to 40 minutes each and every game, talagang there's only so
Mahirap.
much na he can do to na
Mahirap.
mahirap talaga yun. You would expect him to you would see him, syempre wala siyang reklamo niyan pero it ano yun, your body won't lie pag talagang pagod yan, fatigued ka, it would show. Kaya hopefully I trust in the team to bring in the people that they feel would contribute the most at that situation. Of course, I want to see everyone play. I want to see everyone have a good game. Pero yeah, hopefully I trust in our coaching staff that they would manage this stretch of games well.
At least I can see na from previous teams, this is a better problem for us to have. Kasi
It's a good problem actually, I
we've
think.
been watching some games na no choice tayo eh. Like we will see the same 8 to 10 guys. Not because the other six can play, pero parang really if the coaching staff is under pressure, then they would really just have to stick with the reliables that they have
Mm.
earmarked. At least now I guess Coach Topex Robinson and the rest of the coaching staff will have a good problem. Na how do I fit in this player or that player or ayan. And maganda siguro isingit ko lang dun sa breaks na to, yung Undas and yung the time before Ateneo and after Ateneo for Kevin kasi syempre alam naman natin, I think none of us are fathers here in the panel but we've known fathers, we have colleagues na fathers na
Sure ka?
dun
De joke
sila.
lang.
Well, disclaimer, I don't know. Joke lang.
Ako rin
Pero,
hindi ko alam.
pero yan, I think that's a
Wala
good
pa naman naghahanap eh. Wala pa naman naghahanap.
wala pang kumakatok sa iyong pintuan.
Wala pang kumakatok sa mga pinto. Yeah.
Hindi pa nangangaroling. Wala pa eh.
Yes.
Hindi pa December. Anyway, so yun, maganda siguro for him to at least not be immersed in games, but obviously in practices. We know the type of player Kevin is. I think he eats, sleeps, and breathes basketball in that regard. So that's good. We're excited to see how he manages himself then in the second round. So second round, ito na first game, UE, the team that beat us. So do you think really ang motivation ba ng team is to sustain momentum o talagang part din ng sustaining momentum yung avenging the first round loss?
Ako, I think na putting myself in the perspective of the team, it's more of sustaining yung good performance nila. Siguro I'm pretty sure na yung mindset nila is not really avenging that first round loss, but more of really continuing playing high level basketball, continuing yung building on our good performance versus UP. Although yung isa pang angle, syempre gusto natin as supporters, as fans na we want to get back at them no for blemishing yung malapit na perfect first round natin. But that's just us naman. For the team, I don't think na they'd want to put unnecessary pressure on themselves na makaganti lang. They just want to really perform well and get that win regardless of any emotions involved. Pero syempre gusto natin lagyan ng konting spice.
Yeah, that's really a good way to say it. Kasi tatanong ko na si Vic as someone who's member of the women's team's coaching staff. Parang, is it a better way to say rather than to avenge a loss, it's to correct the bad habits that surfaced in that loss against UE? Do you think that's a better way to
Uh,
present it?
both. Ano yun eh. Both talaga. For me,
Di
di ka
mawawala.
makakaiwas dun eh. Hindi mawawala eh. Kasi it's always, talagang normal reaction na you want to avenge. But, in order for you to avenge, you need to correct those bad habits. Kasi if you don't if you don't correct those bad habits, di ka rin makakabawi, di ba? So kaya ako sinasabing both kasi you can't avenge without correcting kung ano yung mga mali mong nagawa nung first round.
Ayan, and I will ask both of you, unahin ko si Vic, since we've seen this UE team, and actually, if we're not playing against them and we see them as a neutral, they're quite fun to watch. As in, ano eh, you see the spirit of the
Grit
team
and
there.
grind eh.
Oo, lalo
Grit
na
and
ako
grind sila eh.
yung game natin before UP nung Sunday, pinanood ko din yung UE Adamson live. I was in the venue kasi di ba pinanood ko yung women's game natin, and then after that, same ticket, yung Adamson. So sabi ko, why not? And grabe talaga. As in, you would think at some point, parang Adamson was in a good position to take the win. But then you see UE come closer, and then once they came closer, they just knew what to do. They didn't give up until literally to the last second nung tumira si Lingo Lingo. Kasi Sunday. So
Well, sana araw-araw, linggo-linggo.
Sana araw-araw, linggo-linggo.
Exactly. So ikaw, Vic, what do you want to watch out for sa exciting UE team that we can see?
Right now, ang staple nga talaga nila yung zone defense and their three-point shooting. Tsaka, they're really a scrappy team. Yun yung na-build na character. Parang ano nga sila eh. Mirror image nung mga championship teams natin in yung time na nila JV. Ano sila eh, that kind of a scrappy team na grit and grind, didiktiking ka on defense and will make timely baskets to eke out wins in the end. Ganon na ganon. That's how I see this UE team.
Well, we're not
Medyo
surprised
di naman ako
with the big
Alin?
Transformarian imprint on that team. We're not surprised.
Yes, oo, yun. Yun na yung, that's where I'm going. So, kaya hindi ako surprised na yun yung itsura nung team na yun. So, that's why, if you're a neutral, they're a fun team to watch. And ako personally, I'm a fan of zone defense. So, I love it that their zone is working for them and they convert baskets on the other end once they get stops. Ayun, pati nakaka-frustrate sa kalaban yung diktikan kayo, ilang balikan, hindi kayo nakaka-score, sobrang hirap makascore, and then it will, at some point, yung utak mo, it will break kasi nga, hindi ka aabot sa point na pwede ka manggigil kasi nga hindi ka makascore, so you tend to force things that will result to mistakes and turnovers that you can capitalize on the other end. Tapos yun, meron din silang shooters ngayon. Tapos Momoway can play parang pro-import na rin siya eh. Kasi he can really play 40 minutes for you and give you all sorts of stats and effort points and what have you there, 'di ba? So yun yung natin dyan. But more importantly, if we want to, ako, key to beating them on Saturday is yun nga, stopping that. If you can score against their zone defense, babalik sila sa tao-tao and let's see how they defend ng tao-tao kasi so far yun yung ang pinaka-staple talaga nila. They will live and die with their zone defense and force you to play out of character. Susukatin ka talaga ni UE hanggang saan yung creativity mo to solve yung zone defense nila. So if ever will solve that, I think medyo malaking bagay for us. So I'm not saying we should force shots from the outside. I know we're a good shooting team from the perimeter, pero si UE ganun din. So it works both ways. We need wag tayo matempt na 3-point shot lang ang solution sa zone defense. There are other ways to break the zone defense. So, kailangan lang natin maging pasensyoso on moving the basketball and to find the best possible shot by attacking the gaps. So, yun yung pinaka-important sa in breaking a zone defense. No? Attack the gaps kasi doon ka lang magkaka-opening. If you don't attack the gaps and then medyo mahihirapan ka talaga na makascore on any type of zone defense. And on the other end naman, yun, alam naman natin na yung primary weapon ni UE is the 3-point shooting, siguro faster rotations off ball para nakaka-close out ka kagad kung saan man i-kick out ni UE yung bola. Lagi na may nakatapat na tao. I think sa atin, medyo napapansin ko, we also have this tendency to force teams to shoot from deep kasi alam natin na it's a low percentage shot, pero on a team like this kay UE na medyo torrid shooting talaga sila, once they hit one 3-point basket, sunod-sunod siya eh. Yun yung doon sila kumukuha ng momentum. So it's important for us to laging pag kada kick out, kada spray ng bola, kada reversal, laging may lagi. We should have quick feet on Saturday on defense na nakaka-rotate tayo kagad, nakakatapat tayo kagad dun sa mga shooters nila para walang open shots from the perimeter.
Ayan. And before we wrap up the UE review na rin, kasi it's not just a first round recap, it's also a UE preview. Willie, as we always do, wala si Gio, so we will predict.
Yeah.
Yan, wala si Gio.
Yes.
If we can say mananalo tayo, we can say matatalo tayo. Ikaw, or maybe gusto mo rin magsingit ng Blue Fire, diretsuhan hot take. I mean, I will give it the opportunity, pero kung wala, I have something. Pero, go. Kung meron kayo, I won't stop you.
Ako, ano yun?
Hot
talaga.
Hot take.
Kaya ako, ano yun, Brian,
game.
I want to see someone utterly destroyed other than si UP at si Ateneo. It's si UE. Kasi looking at this UE team, even years, sobrang kontrapelo sila sa Lasal. They match up very well.
Sumang.
Palagi, no?
Sobrang talaga, they always seem to have our number. Even if we would win, sobrang grind it out na pahirapan. And then it was only in recent years na talagang they would, for some reason, parati tayong natatalo sa kanila. They would have our number. Siguro chalk it up to familiarity ni Jack Santiago and the former Lasal coaching staff, which are part of the UE staff, na alam talaga nila kung paano titirahin ng Lasal regardless of who's coaching us. If there's one team other than yung perennial na rivals natin, I would want to see destroyed on the court. Playing on the court. Walang.
Yeah, sa court lang tayo.
Sa court, kasi dapat talaga
court lang.
Basketball court.
Dapat talaga sa basketball court game lang talaga natin binabastos eh. Oo. Dapat binabastos natin sila sa score, yung tipong we beat them by 69. Sa score. Spitting facts lang tayo dito.
Ano lang tayo, facts lang. FACTS.
Pati kaya Willie, makasingit lang ng konti dyan. I think that's okay to bring up if you, siguro kung talagang mahanap nila na guilty si Coach Topex, I think they can use the previous incidents to come up with kung ano yung punishment na bibigay sa kanya. But to use that as your basis to say na nang dura ka nga talaga kay Raylan, I think that's wrong. So, dahil lang sa track record mo dati, sasabihin kagad na nang dura ka talaga kay Raylan. But yun nga, it should only be used as basis kung ano yung magiging punishment kay Coach Topex if the committee finds out na talagang nang dura siya kay Raylan.
Ayan. So, Vic, idadagdag ka sa prediction, parang where do you think this game will be won for us? Anong aspect of the game tingin mo yung kailangan natin makontrol? If mayroon particular stat line or style of play, aside sa nabanggit mo kanina, kung may pili tayo ng stat category na lang, maybe to simplify it. Is it sa 3-point shots, or is it sa rebounds, or is it sa points in the paint? Where do you think we can make this matchup against the Red Warriors?
Me or Willie?
Ikaw.
Ako. Points in the paint, definitely. We were able to do that. I think nung first round naman, more than the naka-pull out yung stats sa akin dito nung first round eh. I think mas malala sa atin, yung poor start natin na turnover points ni UE. So I hope we should avoid that kasi later on naka-dominate naman tayo sa kanila inside the paint eh. So I expect to do the same pero yun nga we can only dominate the paint through offensive rebound, second chance points since UE is most of the time naka-zone. If they're on the zone, mas prone sila to offensive rebounding and I hope we will be able to capitalize yung zone defense nga ni UE by getting offensive rebounds and second chance points more than what kind of attack we plan to do against that UE's zone defense. So yun yung ano sa akin doon, yun yung isa. And then syempre avoid giving kung magmimintis man sa zone or magta-turnover sa zone, we need to sprint back para walang hindi makakuha ng kumpiyansa si UE sa fast break kasi any chance na whether it be fast breaks or big threes or even dunk ni Precious siguro, any kind of momentum builder scenario kay UE, ang galing ni UE mag-capitalize on that eh. So far, this first round, magaling sila on that. So, kailangan mo na alisin. You need to take the air out of them sa umpisa pa lang para at least alam mo medyo mahihirapan silang makabalik if you pin them down as early as possible.
Okay, and for me to end it all about this UE part of the show, sabihin ko lang na we were down 17 points in the first quarter when we played them in the first round. So let's just say we win that first quarter kahit by 1 point lang. Doing all the hypothetical math, I think we can beat them by 10 to 14 points just because of how adjustments we can make. Yeah, that's my optimistic prediction. And my hot take for this game is if we can score more 3-point shots than them, there's no way we should lose. Yun lang yun. Ganun lang kasimple.
Agree.
Wala tayong tatamaan iba. Yun, we have to focus on ourselves on this one.
Pero ano lang, Bray, ang ano doon, sana wag sila masyado din
mag-eager sa labas.
If we are making threes, that's fine. Pero yun lang, kailangan pa rin balansehin. Kasi ang hirap din na if you, let's say you're really hot, pero at the same time, biglang makalimutan mo at some point kasi ano pa rin yan eh. I still do believe at some point of the game mellow down a little bit. Medyo mahirap magstay hot for the rest of the game. Ibig sabihin, sobrang swerte mo na talaga on that game. Pero in a normal...
Adamson.
Yeah. If it happens, syempre maganda. Napakaganda. But in a normal scenario, hindi naman ano yan eh. So it's nice to hit those shots, pero as I will always say, hindi lang yun yung way to solve that zone defense ni UE. If we also can get stops, if we can also get stops on the other end and run on the other end, quickly get transition baskets bago pa ma-set up ni UE yung zone defense niya, yun, malaking bagay din siya. So,
yeah,
maraming pwedeng pagtunan.
And the other thing I want to say that with that hot take is if we can also close down on their shooters quicker than how we did in the first round. I mean, mahirap kasi they will always find time to create openings. Pero syempre, if we can minimize those openings, then I'm gonna be more confident about our chances if we minimize their attempts and makes from deep. So ayan, something to look forward to on Saturday.
Sana itong linggo hindi lingo-lingo.
Sabado kasi. Yan yung
Sabado laro. So sana
hindi linggo-linggo. Hindi linggo-linggo.
Yun ang chance talaga natin. Yun na pwede natin sabihin na baka dyan tayo makabawi. So ayan, aside from the basketball game of both our women's team and our men's team against UE, tama no Vic? UE din sa women's?
Yeah, we play at 12 noon. 12 noon, yeah. Same venue, 12 noon. Yeah. And then the men's will play at 6, tama ba?
6 p.m., yes. Correct.
So aside from the basketball games, which we all know are already happening, what will also kick off on Saturday are the chess and badminton events of the UAAP. So I think they posted that already, where you can watch and what the schedule is looking like. But in case you don't know, the chess will happen over at Adamson Gym, and the badminton event. Do you know where the badminton event is going to take place?
Sa ano ba? I think hindi sa it's either sa Rizal lang naman or sa Centro Atletico lang naman
Yeah.
ginagawa.
So keep an eye on the publications ng UAP about the schedule and the venue, and also the football games are happening. So stay tuned as we talk about all the other sports then, but of course the main darling of our episodes at the moment is basketball. So, but if you can support everyone, diba, why not? We also try to be as
Yep.
present in our team's games, especially pag nagkaroon ng break yung UAAP basketball natin. There are plenty of opportunities to
Mm-mm.
catch other athletes
Oo.
representing Lasal. Banggit din na din natin yung women's volleyball team, which is obviously widely supported. They also have their Shakey's preseason outings, 2 group stage games this week against NCAA
Yeah.
opposition. So you can
Haba
always
din ng
watch them
pahinga.
from the
Opening match
UP
against
game.
UP.
Yeah, so that would be nice. And yeah, that's all we have for today.
Ay, sorry
Nakapaghatid
Bryce, singit lang din ako.
sige.
Sorry,
Yeah,
singit
go.
ko lang din. Congratulations din to our men's volleyball team, Green Spikers.
Tama,
Second
tama.
place, di ba?
Second
Tama,
place.
di ba?
Oo,
Second
oo.
place?
Yeah, I
Sa
almost forgot.
V-League.
So,
Sa V-League,
Mm.
yeah.
good thing you
Yung ano,
mentioned
merong,
that. Gusto lang
kumbaga
nila
napaaga
manalo
lang yung confetti.
parang Friday dapat yung confetti, pero Wednesday na lang.
Yeah.
Meron pa rin
So,
naman
na
daw
ano
confetti
lang,
ng Friday. Kasi nga nilinis ng computer
na-delay
yun.
lang.
Binalik din
Oo,
daw.
oo.
So
Yep.
yes, the badminton is at Rizal Memorial. That's where I used to cover before. So malapit lang yan sa campus of our fellow Lasalians. Yeah,
Oo.
lapit lang
Home
yan.
court.
Exactly.
Lapit yan.
Walking distance. So yan, and then the football games are happening at the UP Diliman football field. So
Ingat dyan,
support-
mahangin dyan.
Kaya mahirap tayo makascore. Yeah, yun. So that's all the time we have for today. So on behalf of Willie, Vic, Gio, and Kiko who are not with us, and of course producer Pam, our
Parang
Nico.
ano, who
Wow,
are not
parang
with
ano
us.
yun.
Who are not with us. parang iba yung dating ng
Iba yung
basics
dating
na
nun,
yun.
ah.
Who are not with us. Who are not with us today.
We're not with us sa recording.
Oo, sa recording lang. Sa recording lang sila wala.
Yeah, but
Baka kung ano isipin na ibang tao eh.
yeah, you'll see them more in the upcoming episodes. So on behalf of
Sa weekend ulit. Sa weekend.
Totoo. Sa
Reset
Monday,
na ulit.
yan. Abangan nyo, Monday. Kasi Sabado yung laro natin, but just for people who are watching. Which, actually, ako nalimutan ko nga kasi nilista ko to I will take the opportunity. Batiin lang natin yung ibang nagko-comment sa ating YouTube channels because we appreciate each and every one of them.
Of
Either
course.
they're focused on or not, we will never tell, diba?
Yes.
Parang it's more, we really just appreciate everyone. So si at Bry MB, at Tim Tuasan 8611, si at Pesigan Francis Luis D. .1461, si at Pisan Briones 8262, si at Marco Sad 2, si at Tito Gary D, and a special person to Vic, si at Jeng Min Choi 62.
Yes. Hi, Jeng. Trop, walang
si
zinger.
And si at The Animo 92.
Legit
So,
yan. Legit, ano yan. Legit Koreano yan.
Yeah, pero Tagalog yung comment niya. So,
Yes, of course.
Yan tayo eh.
Well, that's admirable. After all these years, hindi na natin i-reveal kung ilan yun. So yeah, thank you everyone, and hopefully you enjoyed this episode once again. We will have 2 episodes at least per week. At least kasi there can be more than 2 at times. So stay tuned, our YouTube if you want to see our faces, and on Spotify if you just want to hear our voices. Option nyo na yan. Pwede rin naman both. It's up to you how you consume the podcast. So, as we all say here, guys, Animo.
Animo Lasal!
Animo Lasal! Tanayo Bulok!
Lasal!
Yeah, see you guys.
Lasal!
See you.